We are back here with Game 3 of Izu versus TangZangPang, and let's back around 3. Everything's tied at 1. So, one team here will be leaving in Cycle 3, and one team will stay alive at least for one more round. And TZP taking Game 2 there on the back of an extremely strong Soul Slave performance from Gaznal, 650 GPM. And FJ's Suicide Rampage, I was less than impressed. And hopefully he doesn't do that again, because I think it's not going to work out so well. But so far in this game, Cthulhu and Kraken, the first couple of bans for the Legion side. Swiftblade and Magmus, the first couple of bans for the Hellborn team. Parasite is FJ's first pick, and Rhapsody is Ganal's first pick. And apparently FJ did not time out. He just wanted to use a full minute of extra time to make an empath second choice, which
he kept saying, I want to pick Rampage again.
Yeah.
And his team was like, no, no.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it'd be a good idea. I don't know, maybe you run it mid, and once you hit like level 5, you start charging everywhere, and you leave mid for some other hero to farm. But I feel like Rampage could be viable in very specific lineups, but not as a suicide. I mean, there's enough decent suicide heroes that you don't really need to use Rampage in that role.
Yeah.
Silhouette, third pick here, so that'll be their carry of choice.
Maybe if you pull a creep wave to the jungle and jungle Rampage,
that might
and
work.
Then like, you know, and then they don't know where you are, and
right.
You gank any lane, and you win the game.
Yeah, that could work. I can see that.
Yeah, some good heroes on both teams.
No doubt. Tempest's going to be the third pick there for the Hellborn team. And again, though, heavily defensive. We saw that last game where Tempest got a bunch of good ultimates off, but there was really no damage follow-up. And that looks like it might be the case once again for this Hellborn side. Obviously, they still have 2 picks to fix that, but so far, it's going to be difficult to follow that Tempest ultimate up with any actual kills, because there's very little damage output from Rhapsody and Pharaoh.
I mean, if they had that Solomon, it'd probably be some pretty good AoE and damage, but it just keeps getting banned.
Cosmic Cleave. I think they should take that as a blessing disguise, personally. Like, if the other team is going to ban out Solomon for you, then be like, thank you for wasting a ban, and thank you for not letting us pick a terrible, terrible hero. Madman ban would have made some sense, I guess, especially as a suicide if they stuck Pharaoh mid. But not the greatest. Like, PM is still on the board, even Doctor. Elonia, I don't know. That would be cool. We've seen, like, farming Elonia can do a lot of damage, but Puppet Master will be banned out here. Not a huge problem there. Soul still gets the soft pick again, and no SS. And Legion side aren't going to pick SS, so wouldn't be surprised to see that Soul Still pick come out. There is the 4th or 5th pick from the Hellborn team. They do finish off with Rampage. I respect you, okay? Yeah, I don't know why you're banning Rampage there after the performance he had in Game 1, but... or Game 2, excuse me, but... I guess he thought it was a good idea. I don't know.
Or maybe he just wanted the troll factor of banning it and not caring about it.
Yeah. Oh, the greed is real. Chipper gonna be the 3rd pick, 4th pick here.
Chipper, there's that damage.
Yep. That's what we needed. And Chipper on top of ultimate from Tempest and the Lummy Walls from Pharaoh. Those saw blades are gonna hurt, man.
Also, Pharaoh's pretty good against Soulstealer in the sense of like Hellfire kind of makes Soulstealer's ulti really funny to try to use it.
And with Soulstealer, he should be even better, locking people down for demon hands.
Yeah.
So I would like to see the Soulstealer pick actually again from the Hellborn side, or just something that's got a lot of carry potential, because they need to counter the silhouette somehow. So TDL would work. Yep, just thinking right there.
Oh.
Boom. As it comes out. So I do like the TDL pick. Likely to be TDL Rhapsody in the top lane, Chipper mid, Pharaoh Suicide, Tempest Woods. So Hellborn lane's reasonably predictable, but yeah.
And do you want Empath to babysit Silhouette?
Yeah.
Or to sit with Gauntlet?
Yeah. Empath Gauntlet, like, Eh.
Let's get it on.
Mediocre.
Yeah. I'd much rather have it bottom lane with Silhouette. They could get some kills on that Pharaoh. I don't think like Empath's gonna do all that much more against Chipper than Gauntlet can do on his own. Like if Gauntlet gets a hook with Infernal Instability, that's a pretty good chance of kill on Chipper. Especially if he doesn't have his focus buffer up. But the Legion side does go for what I think is a pretty greedy lineup here. As they've gone Hag, Gauntlet, Parasite, and Silhouette. Heroes that are going to need a fair bit of farm. I mean, Gauntlet's going to need the portal keys, probably need a little bit of tank items. Wouldn't be surprised to see Hag get something like a Light Brand, maybe even go for a Grimoire if she wants the farm build. If not, she can, Sackstone or something like that. Parasite. Will we need the puzzle blocks? That's a 5k item right there. So, lots of heroes in this Legion side are going to need a whole bunch of farm. Compared to the Hellborn, Pharaoh doesn't really need too much. Tempest doesn't need a ton. He wants as much as he can get, but he can be effective at lower levels of farm with some really good play. And Chipper, similar deal, I guess. TDL will be soaking up a lot, though. And
So Hag blocked that medium camp in like the pub
yeah.
spot where, so we'll see.
Now, TDL plus
Okay.
Tempest means no stacks pretty much for this Dark Lady. Are you concerned about that?
Yeah. A little, I guess.
I assume her plan is to go cleave at least right now.
I mean, maybe the TDL will just move everywhere on the map and farm like
Yeah, it's possible.
other lanes.
Is Fair gonna get caught out here? Yeah, he is. Essence Link is there, and he's just getting body blocked. I just might prefer the wall. Essence Link stun is not going to go down. Fair might be able to get out of this. He will chop the tree. He went Hatchet too. That's the thing I was going to talk about. But he's getting blocked out here with the mummy walls. Are going to go down, and actually Parasite's roaming over. So this is going to be
What is
bloodlust.
he doing?
Yes, he's just trapped. Like there's nowhere he can go.
Bloodlust.
He could have just. I don't know. He kept trying to fog instead of just running. I think there was not enough damage to kill him if he just went.
He can't run left. Like Empath was in the way, and there's just not enough room for two heroes to go past.
No, I mean before his mummy wall.
Oh. No, Empath
Before all that.
Empath was blocking it. Yeah, he was trying to sit in the fog after the side, you mean?
Yeah, and he was slow to chop that tree down and
Yeah,
stuff like
bit.
that. Like he even could have, instead of trying to go that like ninja way, he could have just gone left.
He could have just gone up. He could have just gone right back to the tower. I didn't have enough damage to kill him.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by left. Kind of left up or whatever.
And he did go for a hatchet too, which that's
Yeah, I guess he was
interesting.
planning on hiding in that spot, and he got spotted. So, and Hag successfully pulled the. Oh no, he didn't.
We didn't.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh my god.
So Snowborn Creep's gonna head right back to the lane. And TDL's actually taking a lot of damage from this.
Yeah, but he's got a potion. It was worth it for the lane control.
Alright.
Maybe.
Well, he's gonna maintain it because the second Hellborn wave is coming in, but so is the second Legion wave, so he'll be fine. Missing a CS though. He does get that one, which is good, but
It does get a little harder with the double range.
yeah.
I guess Hag will get some lane control out of it.
Yeah. As it looks like the double archer are gonna push, so definitely gonna be a little bit better for her than one might have initially thought. But there are the Cicados and the Dark Blades. Taint Soul goes down as well. Is it gonna last long enough?
Oh
Stop
my
the blink.
gosh.
Nope. Blink in animation, and FJ dies.
I did not think they'd be able to get him.
Me neither. Just enough damage. Mid lane, meanwhile, we've got Gauntlet at 230 gold per minute compared to this Chipper at 260 GPM, so Chipper with a little bit of an advantage. It's not a huge surprise there. He's got harass damage to the rockets as well as the range advantage. We're actually coming in from the side as well, but Legion have awards, so he spotted that rotation. And Chipper's here, sorry, Parasite's here too. Got some CS there in the bottom lane. Actually, Pharaoh gets spotted out once again. He's still level 1. Empath is as well, but this is yet another death for this Pharaoh. And Empath trying to get to Silhouette, and that's what's going to happen. So, Sil now at 2-0-0, 450 gold per minute. This Pharaoh's level 1.
Was this dark green player in the last games?
Yellow Train, yeah. I think Thomas was not. Not sure if he was. But Yellow Train was definitely in the previous games.
The only reason I wouldn't completely flame the hatchet on the Pharaoh is if he was like really good and hatcheted trees that Silhouette grappled. Otherwise, it's like I really want to flame it.
I'll flame it. I hate it. It's a terrible decision. Like, you never go suicide hatchet. Unless you're absolutely sure you're in a 1v1. But it's the only situation that you'd go suicide hatchet. And even then, it's risky because there's rotation possibilities and stuff like that. So it's definitely a greedy item. It's getting punished extremely hard, and he should not have thought he was going to be in 1v1.
Yeah.
Even if he was against Silhouette, like, he can't be.
Or maybe he thought that, you know, if he could just chop a bunch of trees, Empath's walls, he could go around them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm giving him too much credit. Maybe he's just...
No, I mean, like, it's trying to figure out the mentality is part of the point, but at some point people just do make bad decisions. So, and personally, I just think that's all that is. I've given a lot of people probably a lot of undue credit for weird things that they did that sometimes worked out and sometimes didn't, but felt like they had at least a kernel of logic. I can't understand the hatchet on Pharaoh. Lane Rhapsody really wants something here. She's basically left TDL by herself. Phil does not really need the support anymore, up to 370 gold per minute. And should be difficult to... Don't think we're muted. Let me check.
You want me to open your stream?
No, yeah. Stream's fine. As middle lane, actually, Yellow Train gonna die there once again. Ice Link going down, but they're gonna try to counter kill this Hag. Looks like they won't get it. Nice hook there from Gauntlet, and he's gonna try to finish off this Chipper. They will be able to actually leech from Parasite coming in, and that's gonna help. This Pharaoh didn't have a lot of money and just wasted a little bit on a TP. I guess he can farm middle for a little bit, and that's gonna help a lot.
It's frustrating to be in Dark Green's position because you, I mean,
right.
There's nothing to do.
Did you check stream sound, by the way? I just did, and it seems to be working for me, so.
It's working, yeah. It's working. I mean, maybe he accidentally has the mute button pressed on the stream.
Pretty sure that my sound wasn't off. I have done that before, but not this time. Top lane. Looks like they might be able to get a kill on FJ here once again, as, yeah.
Yep.
She blinked into the woods, or sort of into the woods, but not quite enough distance. And 400 now, GPM on this TDL. Still not quite where Silhouette is at, thanks to those 2 kills that she's got.
Yeah, you really gotta be on your tiptoes playing against a Dark Lady as Suicide Hag or Suicide Bubbles. Throw the Rhapsody on there and it's like a really hard lane. Like, I don't know. In TMM, pubs will almost always feed. In competitive, it's really hard.
Alright, let's see if we can help this guy get his sound fixed. see what's it called.
I mean, it could be any sort of problem for him. From
Yeah.
his volume mixer to
That's what I'm checking right now.
just his Twitch, like on the website on Twitch, he has the
Yeah.
volume metered all the way down.
Apparently Facebook doesn't work either. It's just Firefox. Passive game, so we're doing tech support now.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, Pharaoh taking some more damage, and we're gonna port up top here. So Empath, and now it looks like Gauntlet perhaps gonna try to get a kill on this TDL with a hook, not gonna quite connect, and TDL charges strikes away anyway. So Gauntlet without a portal key, not quite able to lock down that Dark Lady.
Sometimes you can pull those ganks off in the nighttime, but it's still a level 2 hook, so.
Yeah.
Needed maybe level 9.
Lane, actually. Pharaoh dropping once again, still level 4. And his items have not improved from the start of this game. I am definitely having graphics bugs.
You are?
Yeah. The creeps are kind of screwy, and there's a life tube that's all pixelated and destroyed on the silhouette.
Huh.
Oh well. This is game 3, so not that big a deal. It's really not worth trying to fix. And then resyncing and stuff like that. So it's not that. It's really not all that noticeable either. I was wondering, the creeps were looked really screwed up. So I was like, what's going on? Gauntlet Blast there on top, Infernal Instability, but there's a Charging Strikes backward, and here comes Tempest and Rhapsody. So Gauntlet trying to get that solo kill. Looks like it was a bad idea, and Tempest will pick up the last hit. He is level 8, so wouldn't be surprised to see the push incoming, especially because Rhapsody is hanging around off the side of your Empath and Shipper, sort of poking at each other. And in the bottom lane, Pharaoh is still trying to pick up some levels here. Silhouette's level 9, and here comes Parasite. Nice mummy walls actually there. Are going to drain some mana from Syl. We'll see if Parasite can do enough in body blocks with the Ghost Marchers. You can't body block when you're phased. TP and you cancel from the bottom lane. And 11 minutes in, so a little bit of a lead here for the Legion side in gold.
Yeah.
And they're going to head back middle, sort of. Pretty much everybody just farming quite passively, though, which, I mean, both sides have a pretty decent gank-oriented lineup. You got Tripper and Pharaoh and Parasite and Gauntlet and stuff like that, but nobody really seems to want to do too much. Actually, Face Hug, yeah, Bat Blast is there, but it looks like Sonar Scream's going to miss, and Pharaoh might be okay here. Nope, there's the wall, now he's dead. 2 teleports coming in, they might be able to get a counter kill. Tempest does not have a portal key, of course. Looks like Impact will be able to get on out of there, no problem. And ends up being another free kill onto this Parasite, who's 0-5 and 0, 76 gold per minute.
I don't know. I think his bait was okay. I wouldn't have expected the empath. But
nobody expects the empath.
Stop dying.
Yeah, he really does need to stop dying.
Not yet. It was. Everything else is going well for Hellborn, except for this Pharaoh, which is making it into the game, I guess.
Yeah. And Syl's farm actually has dropped pretty significantly. Now below 400 gold per minute, TDL has not only caught up but exceeded her in farm. And she will be working on that Rune Cleaver, has 1200 gold, enough for a broadsword on top of the Sustainer. There goes the jump from Gauntlet, and that's going to be a kill finally. So, realizing that just Gauntlet was not enough to kill that Dark Lady, they decided, let's bring somebody else. Pharaoh, not sure what you're going to do.
That's here. Even with the lane ward there.
There's an invis Rune on Gauntlet.
Oh, okay.
Denied! Yeah.
Tower denied. Huh.
Deny. This is hopeful. So they're going to slow down this Dark Lady just a tad. Should still be a relatively quick cleaver in the next couple of minutes or so. And we'll see how fast she can take off.
It's kind of prime time for Chipper right now, in terms of levels, so
yep.
I want to see him do some work.
level 8, very close to maxing out that tar toss. Has max rockets, and
Oh, Gauntlet.
Gauntlet gonna get caught, wreck him,
Oh,
and the
all
rocket
the rockets.
barrage misses because it was really, really late. It doesn't matter, I think they're still gonna get this kill. No, infernal instability. He's so
don't
fast.
die, doesn't parry. Oh man.
No, well, maybe he will, and maybe he should. Yeah, they
Oh.
do get the kill on the Gauntlet, so Taint Soul helping to finish him off. Bat Blast in the face, though. And Astrolabe comes through. Will they be able to get TDL out of here in time? One port coming in, 2 ports coming in, but Charging Strikes away. Gauntlet actually
Chipper's
with
got
5
one
man.
rocket.
And he will Gauntlet Blast onto Tempest off the side here. Infernal Stability gonna help catch him as well. Tempest should fall here when we're auto attack. And he will, yeah. In the meantime, Metrella on that, Metroletta on that Rhapsody does die in the middle as Silhouette rotates, but TDL getting away. Picks up one broadsword right there. Rolled away from the fleet.
Yep. Well, it's good that TDL didn't die, but playing like that can be quite risky,
Yeah.
to say the least.
I mean, they got a buyback out of it. Just Chipper wrecks Empath. They got a buyback out of Gauntlet.
Destroyed a Hellborn tower.
They're gonna kill the Silhouette Illusion here.
Oh,
We'll see that one
nice.
nice rocket for Farah there from Neuro, and this looks like going to be a death on Silhouette as the Dark Blades go down, and she does not eliminate anyway, so Years of Pain does take the death, and Thomas98 getting a couple of kills there. First on the Empath, and then on the Sill. Slowing her
Good
down.
thing they killed the Silhouette Illusion, so they
Yes.
couldn't port to it. Right. All part of the plan.
Sure. Yeah, I believe it. Puzzle box finished up on Parasite. And top door's gonna
So
break
also
here.
I like that Chipper Max car toss because Parasite can just ulti your magic buffer,
Yeah.
so which always makes me sad playing Chipper against a Parasite.
And Vince Army glyphed here, but it's still gonna die. The question is, will it be denied? And Charging Strikes away, actually, still Gauntlet Blast can be taken there. Rhapsody Ultimate, and M
Good work,
Darkly has to stay inside of it though. Swift Clear Shellblades go down, and she's still dropping pretty damn low. Charging Strikes away, she'll be okay. Tempest Ultimate on to 3, but no follow-up damage once again. Finally, Chipper comes in with the rockets, finishing off the Parasite. But then Tempest dies right after. Essence Link now onto Chipper, who's out of mana, no tower support. Both Rhapsody and TDL are very, very low. Hook does not connect thanks to the Wrath of the Pharaoh backwards. And they're going to counter kill with Gauntlet actually, but Silhouette, it looks like, is getting some stuff going on in the background, picking off FJ on that Hag somehow. And Empath Silhouette are going to run away, it looks like. So Hellborn actually come out pretty well in favor of that fight. They not only get the tower, but they get 3 hero kills, lose only 2. That's not
I'd say
bad.
props to Rhapsody on that at the
Yeah.
beginning of that fight.
Saving a good bit of
I don't
damage
know
on
if
that
it was
TDL.
just lucky that it didn't get cancelled or just skill.
Pro.
but You got it off.
Yeah, there's definitely times where casting your ulti is better than others. Boy, what a surprise, Beaverbanger fell asleep. This guy.
He was gonna stay up until now.
I seriously doubt it. I think maybe he fell asleep and forgot to get up or something like that. That's I think probably.
Oh, maybe he woke up at 8 in the morning and then he fell asleep.
Yeah. Very possible. Oh well, guy was supposed to co-cast with us. We did have Cannondorf in game 1, and it's me and Vorbeater now here in game 2. And relatively even too, as game 1 was relatively even for a very long time until the guys on Izu were just able to take it. Game 2, a little bit less so, as TZP basically ran away with it. TDL has finished up her cleave now. Looks like she's going for the Abyssal Skull second item. I like that choice. Illusion is picked up by Rhapsody before the Invis is bottled by Shiva, and now triple stacked Ancients, so here comes the cleave. And that's going to be a bunch of hero Ancient kills now at the 450 gold per minute, just barely overtaking the Silhouette. She'll teleport top, get a bunch of kills there, onto these creeps.
So I'm kind of curious at what point the Dark Lady will get his shrunken head. A lot
Finally, yeah, Chipper gonna put the Saw Blades. Not on too much though, and Pharaoh catching 2 with the rockets. Really wish they had Saw Blades now. Essence Link is there, but they'll save the Chipper there with the Wrap ult. And they're trying to kill this Rhapsody here. They should be able to lock her down for long enough. Rocket not quite gonna connect. Essence Link is there, and she is gonna fall. The question is to whom? It's like it'll be Parasite?
Oh,
really?
man.
Really? Really, guys? Really?
Rhapsody got kind of lucky, like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was embarrassing. And here we are to capture it on video. So. Feel shame. Ow.
Yeah.
Feel shame.
I guess they're sharing the jungle. Dark Lady's been doing a lot of moving around.
Yep. Of course, not too many stacks for her, but not the biggest deal. Tempest does not have a portal key quite yet. He's on the Astrolabe Ring of Sorcery Plated Greaves route. A little more push oriented, which makes their lack of push that much more disturbing. Spot Tier 1 tower is still alive and actually at perfect health, despite the fact that they have Tempest with an Astrolabe Ring and a Rhapsody. Feels like they should be pushing.
I guess TDL is basically kicking Tempest out of the jungle.
Which I'm fine with, because A, she's a bigger priority for him, and B, he should be pushing towers. So... like, I don't really fault her for kicking Tempest out, because he shouldn't be just solo farming in the jungle. That's not what his item build is meant to do.
That's true.
I mean, if he was going the greedy route and went like Portal Key Shrunken or something, and he needed a bunch of farm, that would be more understandable. It would still be bad, but it'd be like, oh, well, at least he needs farm because he's going for this item build. But, no. Astrolabe, it's 21 minutes. Astrolabe's a lot less effective now. And I've seen a triple stacked Ancients once again. So, wouldn't be surprised to see TDL bust on over there and hit them. Tempest here gonna put the Glacial Blast onto Gauntlet, but Parasite and Hag are both hanging around. He's got an ulti. And Hag could be in some trouble. Puts the tank, gets Taint Soul, but actually no, Wrath of Pharaoh in.
Oh,
Rockets
yeah.
again missing. The Subblades do connect and they will get the kill onto her. And she was in blink animation yet again. So they're just barely killing
I
her.
didn't quite see if Pharaoh's mummy will move Hag.
It might have a little bit, but those rockets were not that close, so... And the amount of times Chipper has missed rockets this game, it's been pretty insane. So I'm not really going to blame that on Pharaoh so much as I am on Chipper, I think. Like, in that middle fight, too, when they ganked the Gauntlet because they happened to see him with the dance floor, his rockets took forever to come out, and they all missed. And then that resulted in them diving the Gauntlet and then people dying and stuff like that. If they'd bursted the Gauntlet down like they should have been able to, then it's very possible that that wouldn't have happened.
Well, maybe that's why Europeans, complain so much about ping, is because they've got so much brain lag to deal with, but if you add the two, it's
a pretty plausible explanation right there. Because, like, 150 ping isn't really that bad for EU to USE, and if you add 100 MS on top of that because your brain is slow, then I can understand that being a problem. Hag and Rhapsody here are going to say hi to each other. Rhapsody will drop some staccatos. Haunt goes down, but the Thunderscream actually misses.
Hellbarn might be looking to contest this triple stack of Ancients.
So it's not taking them particularly fast, and Empath is inside right now, but it's not going to last forever.
Uh-oh. Invis Gauntlet.
And that's going to be a jump onto TDL. She's going to die right off the bat. Tempest ultimate onto 2, but where's the damage? Shawblades finally come out. Silhouette with the port out. Actually, she gets killed by neutrals. Over here, Rhapsody going to die to Parasite with the last auto attack. Off to the side, Gauntlet finally gets killed despite the Infernal Instability. Movement speed increase. And here comes Parasite with the puzzle blocks. Looks like both Tempest and Chip are realizing they need to get the hell on out of here. Tempest has no more ultimate. And that might be the end of the engagement. In the meantime, the bottom lane, Pharaoh's actually solo pushing his tower, which is not very effective because he's a Pharaoh. Bat Blast on Tempest Elementals. Okay.
He wants that next item.
I mean, it is a fair bit of gold. I'm just not sure how many of those CS he actually got. I think it was like 0.
Oh. Oh, you meant like he got them all.
I mean, he put the Bat Blast onto all of the Tempest Elementals. He just didn't kill any of them. So that's 120-second cooldown or whatever. That's now gonna have to be waited on. Besides, they killed the Dark Lady.
Are they gonna take the Ancients from them?
I certainly hope so. Do they even know that they're there? Does this Word of Sight see the triple stack?
Well, they know that Silhouette died to neutral, so it's a good
now
guess.
they see it. And nope, Silhouette jumping in, but yeah, she's gonna be port right out. And that wall going down. We'll see if Gauntlet can actually do anything about this. Nice wrap ult and the Mummy Wells and a cover of darkness is there. TDL gonna be able to get away thanks to the Rhapsody. She does die, and Pharaoh might actually fall here as well. Nope, he's a little bit too tanky. Needy Rune picked up on top as the train signals the death of Gauntlet over here. Face Hug was an interesting path, and Ganahl actually does fall here. Silhouette gonna die right after that. Nope.
3 men down!
Yes, Tempest is a hat trick.
Careful, Tempest.
Oh, actually let him do too much damage to him on the Puzzle Box Mauler. Leech goes through as well, though. And it looks like Parasite with the Ghost Marches will be able to get away just fine, so. Pretty good fight. I mean, it's a decent fight, the Legion, I guess. Decent initiation. They did manage to kill the TDL once again, but they lost their Silhouette. And they lost their Ancients, so not really a great thing.
And I guess Hellborn has gold advantage.
They do. This has been a pretty even game for the most part, but at this point...
Sure, TDL wishes that she didn't buy a Light Brand.
I'd rather go Ice Brand or Fire Brand or something? Probably.
For those fights, yeah.
And she must have bought it specifically too, because if you right-click a Dawnbringer, it gives you the Fire Brand first. I think.
I think so.
Who decided that, I wonder?
I'm not sure. I disagree with... Or, I mean, there's...
It's usually the best.
There's some things that I disagree with in terms of like when you right-click an item, which items it tries to buy for you first. I forget which ones they are, but...
The only thing that really annoys me is the fact that the Nullstone buys the recipe for you.
Yeah, and that if you just hover over someone, it looks like they have a Nullstone.
Yeah. And over here, it looks like Gauntlet get caught out as he does get killed by the help of the Chipper and the Wrath of Pharaoh. Bat Blast on the 3, actually, the Saw Blaze onto Hag. She will be able to blink away, but right on top of that ultimate from Rhapsody, saving all the damage. And Silhouette now in a lot of trouble, actually, so they're losing. She did pour it out. Over here, Yellow Train on that Pharaoh does die, because Empath is inside of Wretched Hag. She's trying to run away, but the Tempest Hold catches her, and they should be able to finish off this Hag. Yes, just barely before the Tempest Hold ended, but Empath is now going to pay for that. Probably. Nope, Rhapsody actually going to die here as well, and Silhouette's back in the fight. Looks like they're going to be able to pick off a Wrap, as well as Frankie Big actually on the Tempest, or on the Empath, excuse me.
Tempest manning up.
Will Parasite? No, he gets inside of a creep, and now Tempest could be in some trouble. Silhouette playing 1v1. Here comes Ganahl on that TDL, right back in. There goes Parasite. We'll see if Silhouette can do anything about this. The Tree Grapple goes down, the Nullstone eats the Glacial Blasto, so we'll be just fine. Ends up being 4 dead, the Legion team. And Hellborn lost just the 2, so good fight for them once again. As they're starting to expand here, and this TDL is going to start to get crazy. Only at 500 GPM or so. And taking jungle camps here, just going to get worse. Top lane push as well for her. Now this Pharaoh's recovered actually pretty well. 214 GPM, considering how he started. It's not bad.
So Hag went for a Light Brand after his Mighty Blade.
I was concerned he was going to do that in the beginning, and with the Silhouette on your team, I don't think you can. I think you need to go for a more utility build. You can't go for the farm. So, I hope that she... Yeah, I hope she goes Shrunken, I guess. That's what makes the most sense. She needs the mobility.
A lot of warding and dewarding around Kong going on.
Yep, and it looks like Hellborn sort of want to take this Kong fight. TDL is going to stack Ancients once again and take them. Rhapsody dropping another Rev Ward here. That's in vision of both a Ward of State and a Ward of Rev. But yeah, she's pushed way too far back. The Rack to the Pharaoh comes in, but didn't reposition himself. He has time to do it, and Rhapsody going to drop the Dance Ward. Actually, she should be okay here. TDL with the cover of Darkness and just crushing everything with those charging strikes. Silhouette goes down. Parasite trying to live with the Ghost Marchers and Leech combo. He might actually be able to get away here as he's so damn fast. In the meantime, Pharaoh's trying to chase down this Empath, but not quite successful. Wall goes down. He's going to take a fair bit of damage from that, but he'll still be okay. Very angry with the stop. Silhouette bought back. Probably because they know they're doing Kong Warrior. And I'm just not sure if they have the capacity to contest this, though. They're going to come in with the Hellfire.
Maybe he's going to try to steal it.
I guess. There's a PK, but yeah, gets spotted out there by the Pharaoh Soul. And here goes Hag. Wants something, but not going to find it. Now she's dead. TDL does pick up the token, and that was just bad is what that was. Empath over here going to get caught out. Wrath of the Pharaoh onto her. Probably not necessary, but they do finish off the Emp. And for all that warding and dewarding, Hellborn do come out pretty substantially ahead, get a couple more kills, as well as the token on TDL. And they're looking to push mid, it looks like.
Yeah, they got their Tempest Hall.
Yep, and they can kill this tier 2 tower very easily, and possibly more, depending on how fast.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just went for the uphill fight here.
TDL not quite in possession of a Shrunken Head yet.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion's tower.
Top tier 1 actually falls. But that'll be it. So they'll kill the tier 2 there and back off. Bottom tier 1 is still alive and very, very healthy, so wouldn't mind seeing a bot tier 1 push. TDL will steal the Ancients here after she stacks them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they can go for a bigger gold swing and then take an uphill.
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to do that, especially because it'll get TDL or Shrunken Head, so...
That would be a good item.
Finish off the Ancients. Now she's about 400 gold away from that Shrunken, which I assume is what she's just going to go for. Legion side, meanwhile, are grouping up and trying to figure out what's going on in Hellborn. Was Gauntlet Blast, though, onto Dark Lady. They have enough lockdown to kill her. It's going to look like it is charging strikes away, and the token will be used. Here comes Chipper with the rockets, not doing too much with the Saw Blades, and now the darkness does fall onto Empath. She's inside of the mummy walls, but over here actually FJ dies. She did get the Bat Blast off, but Focus Buffer was on. TDL Chipper dies in the background of Gauntlet, and he's going to try to get away here, and it looks like he will be okay. Frankie Figs and the Empath also did take a death, not a huge surprise there. So, Hellborn lose their token as TDL gets caught out. And
yeah, I guess some Hellborn players didn't react fast enough at the fort. Because I mean, well, there could have been a big Tempest full opportunity maybe.
We'll see if how confident they feel. TDL now saving up 4,500 gold, so has plenty for the Shrunken Head, of course. And hasn't chosen to buy it quite yet.
Maybe he doesn't want it.
It's possible, but what else would it be? Like, I feel like she needs a defensive item at this point. She only has 1900 health, no magic immunity, and not a ton of armor either. It is the Shrunken. So.
Oh, he bought it.
Yeah. Pretty predictable item right there. Will you guys just kill this bot tower for the love of God? Bottom lane, Parasite and Empath are in here. They're trying to pick off this Pharaoh, but I'm not sure they've got enough damage to do it. Yeah, they back off. Pharaoh going for a Staff of the Master here, it looks like. Not a bad choice. Reduces that cooldown to 20 seconds. Great mid wars.
Increase their chase potential.
Mid lane, meanwhile, everything's getting caught out. Gauntlet Blast here into TDL once again, but she pops the Shrunken Head, so she's mostly okay. Rhapsody responding with the TP.
The Hellborn have destroyed a
They do
Legion
finally kill
tower.
that stupid bottom tier 1 tower. 34 minutes just about into the game. Chipper gonna PK away, and the Saw Blades go down, but that didn't do very much. And the Hellborn side are chasing really heavily here. I think they kill the puzzle box long. Yeah, they will. TDL taking that Tempest ultimate onto a bunch, and it looks like TDL should be able to go crazy here, but she's getting pushed out actually by this Silhouette. So the Tempest ultimate not doing too much. Empath wall is really disrupting this fight. They'll kill the Silhouette illusion, but obviously she's already well gone. And in the background here, Porky away from Gauntlet, and he will be alright. So looks like the bot tier 2.
Barely live.
Yeah. Looks like bot tier 2 is gonna be the focus here. Yeah, now Hag's gonna get silenced out by Dark Blades, and that was a bad decision.
Nemesis. The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
Not sure what FJ thought was gonna happen right there, but he has not had a good couple of games here. The Suicide Rampage last game, Suicide Hag this game. 9 deaths last game, 9 deaths so far this game. Tempest's gonna jump in, but nope, man, to follow up on anything. Tier 3 tower goes down. Silhouette is porting, it is tough, and Empath dies. Here goes Gauntlet. What the hell was Years of Pain doing
The
there?
Legion have destroyed a Legion barracks has been destroyed.
Like, they took tier 2 top, but now they're gonna mid. They lost bot. They're gonna lose mid tier 3 because they don't have the team. Hellborn don't even have token.
Well, maybe they thought Hag, with the Hag feed, they could never win that fight.
They did defend a little bit harder than that. Parasite now also gonna get caught out. Silhouette trying to kill off this Rhapsody, but has to even port back to her illusion because she realizes that she's in way too deep.
Dark Lady's YOLOing.
Yeah, she's driving the well here. Actually, Pharaoh gonna catch out Empath and Silhouette inside the walls there, and Silhouette will be able to run on away. Gap Blast there pretty much only hits that Pharaoh. He's pretty damn tanky, especially with those specimens, so that's going to be not a problem for him. Still an Empath plus the Hag. Still hanging around, trying to back out this Hellborn team. And if Dark Lady hadn't done that, they probably would have had mid tier 3. In the meantime, Pharaoh going to get caught out. That's pretty much going to be a death on him. Sawblades go down, though, onto Silhouette. We'll see if she can get out of this. And Taint Soul eats the no stone, but not enough. Too much damage in this TDL. And there goes Empath as well. Looks like Hag going to fall thanks to the Dark Blades.
Nemesis.
So, yeah, GG's are being called, and yeah, that's this is game. Here, and Gauntlet is killed as well. So,
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion
no,
tower.
with a couple of really strong performances in back-to-back games. First with the Soul Stealer, and now with the TDL, and FJ a little bit less so, perhaps, as he's 2-10 in that game and had 9 deaths on the Rampage of the previous game. But final thoughts there, Mr. Boarbeater, on series?
Well played by the Hellborn. Yeah, I mean, Dark Lady against Hag, it's pretty easy to get kills.
Yeah.
Pharaoh shouldn't have died so much bottom. And if he hadn't, it would have been really easy for Hellborn. But
Probably the case.
yeah, and then I mean, like, the good Rhapsody plays, you know, Rhapsody's best here in the game, question mark?
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely in the conversation. And there's probably 3, 4, maybe even 5 heroes that have arguments, and Rhapsody I think has one of the strongest. Probably Swiftblade and Cthulhuphant. Definitely her main contenders for that position. Enthos would say Magnus, but I'm not sure how much I believe him on that. Anyway, it's a pretty good series actually. And yeah,
and a lot of team fighting too. Like, Dark Lady was participating in fights that, I mean, even I would have said that maybe you shouldn't be diving and doing that kind of stuff, but since the Rhapsody would ult for him and all, and Tempest would Astrolabe for him just in time,
right,
it worked out. So
aggression was not punished, and 719 GPM, 893 experience per minute, and even 352 CS. So really nice performance there on that TDL, and that'll do it. Yeah, so TZP takes this series 2-0. That'll do it for